this video, we will give you an overview of the procedures that foreigners who are staying in Japan for more than 3 months must complete when arriving in Japan, as well as some helpful tips for life in Japan. Finally, we'll cover the procedures that you'll need to do when leaving Japan or Iwate. Now, we will talk about the procedures you need to complete immediately after arriving in Japan. Residence cards are issued to foreigners staying in Japan for more than 3 months. This card is your main identification card in Japan. You are required to carry this card with you at all times. A residence card is not issued to individuals staying in Japan for 3 months or less, or to those with certain visa statuses, such as temporary visitor. Please note that depending on the airport you use to enter Japan, the timing of when you receive your residence card may vary. If you arrive at Narita, Haneda, or other major airports, you will be given your residence card there. If you use other airports, don't worry. Your residence card will be mailed to you after you register your address at the city office. If you temporarily return to your home country and then come back to Japan, no special procedures are needed as long as it's within 1 year. You want to choose Special Re-entry Permit when you temporarily leave Japan. If you are going to live in Japan for more than 3 months, there are 3 things you must do once you arrive. You must submit a moving-in notification, or tenyu todoke, enroll in public health insurance, and enroll in the public pension. You must submit the moving-in notification to the City Hall within 14 days after moving to your new address. If your new address is in Morioka, visit the first floor of the Morioka City Hall to fill out your moving-in notification form. You will need your residence card for this procedure. However, if you did not receive a residence card at the airport when you entered Japan, you can bring your passport instead. If you plan to live with your family in Japan, you also need documents that prove your family relationship, such as a marriage certificate or a birth certificate, when you submit your moving-in notification. So prepare your documents in advance. Enrollment in public health insurance is mandatory for people staying in Japan for more than 3 months, regardless of nationality. You are required to pay insurance premiums, but you can receive medical care with a 30% copayment. Among the public health insurance options, you can enroll in the National Health Insurance at the National Health Insurance Desk at the City Hall. For those who are 20 to 59 years old and living in Japan, enrollment in the public pension is mandatory, regardless of nationality. Among the public pension options, you can enroll in the national pension at the National Pension Desk at the City Hall. Please note that individuals coming to Japan temporarily from countries that have an international Social Security agreement with Japan may be exempt from joining Japan's public pension system. Next, we'll talk about opening a bank account, which will be necessary for your daily life in Japan. There are several financial institutions around Iwate University, such as Iwate Bank and Yucho Bank. It is common to complete the necessary procedures at the counter of the financial institution you like. But some banks also allow you to do it by mail, mobile app, or online. To open an account, you will need your residence card or passport, a personal seal, and, if available, an employee ID. Some banks will accept signatures instead of a personal seal. When you go through various procedures and fill out paperwork in Japan, you will often have to write documents in Japanese. Most commonly, you will write your address, name, work affiliation, and job title. we recommend preparing notes with that information written in Japanese so you can copy it. For visiting researchers, there is a tutor system where you can get support in paperwork and procedures as well as your daily life. If you're interested, please consult with your host faculty member. In this section, we will introduce some tips for living in Japan. When you rent a room in Japan, keep the following points in mind to live comfortably. When you move out, you are responsible for restoring the property to its original condition. Keeping your room clean helps make this easier. Be careful not to damage anything. If you break something, you'll have to pay for it. Japan is humid. Try to ventilate often to prevent mold from growing. Don't let your garbage pile up at home. Throw it out on the designated day. Now, we'll talk about garbage disposal. In Japan, there are specific rules about garbage disposal. You can only take out a certain type of trash on its respective collection day. Your area will also have a designated trash station, where you will take out your trash. You cannot throw away your trash at other trash stations. Following the garbage disposal rules will help you enjoy a pleasant life in Japan without troubles with your neighbors. When, where, and the classification of types of garbage you can throw away depends on where you live. Check the garbage calendar, made by the City Hall, for this information. To use electricity, gas, and water in your new residence, you will need to apply to each utility service by phone or online. You will also need to decide the start date of each utility. Check with the real estate agency for contact information. Depending on the facilities in your residence, you may need to have a staff member from the electric company come and perform some work so that you can start using electricity. For gas, the gas company staff will need to open the valve in your residence on the day you start using gas, so they will need you to be present for that. If you want to use a smartphone or mobile phone in Japan, you need to buy a SIM card that works within Japan. When you buy a SIM card in Japan, you need to sign a contract with a Japanese telecommunications company. When signing a contract, you should bring identification documents such as your residence card and passport, as well as your bank book, cash card, credit card, and an email address where you can be reached. In addition, you may be asked for supporting documents such as a certificate of residence or a utility bill receipt. If you buy a SIM card in Japan, the procedure could take some time to complete. Therefore, we recommend that you buy a SIM card that can be used overseas in your own country before coming to Japan. Next, we'll talk about what to do if you finish your stay in Japan and wish to return to your home country. Before you leave Japan, you will need to complete 3 procedures at the City Hall. You must submit a moving out notification, or tenshutsu todoke, cancel your enrollment in public health insurance, and cancel your enrollment in the public pension system. For the national pension, if you have paid premiums for more than 6 months, you can receive a partial refund of the premiums you have paid thus far by using the lump sum withdrawal payment system. Your bank account should be closed before returning to your home country. It is illegal to give or sell your bank account to others. You must also contact your real estate agency or landlord at least 1 month before you move out of your residence. When you move out, it is a basic rule to restore the room to its original condition. This includes thoroughly cleaning the room and throwing away all of your trash. For electricity, gas, and water, contact each company to cancel your contract. A staff member of the gas company will need to shut off the valve in your residence on the last day of your contract. You will need to be present for this. At that time, you will also settle the outstanding gas bill. After finishing your stay in Japan, you will present your residence card to the immigration officer at the airport. The officer will void it and return it to you. Please note that even if there is still time left on the period of stay indicated on the residence card, you cannot enter Japan again with that card. This has been an overview of the procedures that foreigners staying in Japan for more than 3 months must go through when they arrive in Japan. You can find more information on the International Visiting Researchers Support Center, IVE's, website. Please take a look, and thank you for watching.